Our young offenders understand that if they stay under the law, they cannot be held accountable because of their ages.
Calling for change. It's 11 a.m. and we're taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. A Baltimore mother who lost her daughter to the city's crime crisis says not enough is being done to keep young people safe. The changes she wants to see so that others don't have to feel her pain. And just ahead of the busy holiday travel season, Southwest pilots in Maryland say they might strike. How soon they could walk off the job. And it is bitterly cold outside. Baltimore City's health commissioner declaring the first code blue extreme cold alert of the season. Coming up when things will finally warm up. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. Happening right now, a final farewell to former First Lady Rosalynn Carter. Funeral services are set to begin this hour at the Carter's hometown of Plains, Georgia. This is a live look at Marantha Baptist Church, where today's memorial service and funeral are set to happen. Former President Jimmy Carter, who has been in hospice care since February, is at the church for today's service. Their marriage lasting nearly 8 decades, becoming the longest presidential couple in American history.
Their partnership and love story was a defining feature of her life.
Well, today's service is expected to be widely attended. Once the service in the church is over around midday, there will be a motorcade route to the Carter residence for a family-only interment. We are streaming today's service on our website. Just go to foxbaltimore.com. Topping your local news, state lawmakers are facing mounting pressure to address the juvenile crime crisis. In Baltimore alone, police arrested 15 juveniles over this past holiday weekend. The crimes range from armed robberies to carjackings to assaults. Next week, lawmakers will hold another juvenile crime meeting in Annapolis. And as Shannon Lilly shows us, one mother who is all too familiar with Baltimore's violence is demanding action from lawmakers. Shannon.
Well, for Crystal Gonzalez, the current juvenile crime laws are weak at best and simply not working at worst. She lost her daughter, Aaliyah, during that Brooklyn Day mass shooting this year, and so now she is taking to social media to demand tougher laws.
The current state of our juvenile crime laws are showing that our juveniles are actually obeying the laws. Our young offenders understand that if they stay under the law, they cannot be held accountable because of their ages.
Aaliyah was just 18 years old when she was shot and killed at the Brooklyn Day event in July. 20-year-old Kylis Fagbemi was also killed, with 28 others shot but surviving. There have been arrests, but no one has been directly charged with the killings. Of those in custody, 3 of the 5 suspects are juvenile offenders, and 3 of the 5 suspects had ankle monitors. So Gonzalez is now claiming that lawmakers are, quote, out of touch with the current juvenile crisis. Reporting in downtown Baltimore, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
One lawmaker is responding. Delegate Kaylin Young is a member of the Baltimore City delegation in Annapolis and was at a public safety town hall meeting last night. Here's what he had to say.
I think that we're going to be evaluating each and every law that comes forth before us to see what makes the most sense. I think there's a balance that we need to strike. Certainly we need to make sure that there's accountability, but we also need to make sure that we're not going backwards into things that had a negative impact on our city.
Ahead of Tuesday's juvenile crime meeting in Annapolis, Fox 45 News is pressing the governor about his plan to get juvenile crime under control. He says he is working on a crime plan, but as Olivia Dance tells us, no specifics have been released yet.
Well, the problem is we've heard what the governor wants to do, but he hasn't said how he's going to get it done. And right now, Annapolis is all quiet, but that will soon change because in January, it will be swarmed with lawmakers. And some of those lawmakers are saying that the governor is out of touch with the juvenile crime crisis, despite Baltimore police saying that on November 26th that 7 juveniles were arrested for auto theft. The governor hasn't said yes or no when he's been asked if he will declare a public emergency due to juvenile crime like the mayor in Washington, D.C. did. And Delegate Robin Grammer, a Republican from Baltimore County, is growing frustrated with the juvenile justice system and the apparent slow action from the governor.
Pretty clear that he doesn't even know what's going on. We have to hold the governor's feet to the fire. He's a nice guy, but he's a little bit out to pasture on this issue.
Meanwhile, the governor says there needs to be more resources available for the Department of Juvenile Services to provide more services to kids. Fox 45 News pressed Governor Moore to get more details on his own juvenile crime plan that he has mentioned before and where he stands on that.
What people know is that we've been working with individuals all across the aisle to be able to address this problem. We're very clear on the challenges that DJS has had and that have been long-standing. We're clear that when we came into office, we walked into a DJS that was understaffed and underfunded. And it's the reason why I appointed a true reformer.
We asked the governor when the public will see the rollout of his plan, and he says it will be before the legislative session, but he gave no direct answer about when details of his plan will be released. For now, reporting in Annapolis, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
11:06 now. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, Southwest Airlines pilots in Maryland are preparing for a possible strike. Pilots have been in contract talks with the airline for more than 3 years now, asking for better pay, benefits, and better working conditions. Negotiations continue this week, but if nothing comes of it, the pilots say they are prepared to walk out and be on the picket line by December 30th. Trending number two, a bystander turns into a hero when an early morning fire broke out at a vacant home in Druid Heights. Davon Taylor was working in a back alley cleaning up trash when he saw black smoke billowing into the sky. He says he saw a woman stuck on the fire escape and he jumped in to help her with no hesitation. The woman escaped with only minor injuries. Trending number three, residents near Lincoln Park held a community meeting after a 71-year-old was assaulted in the park earlier this month. Police say 46-year-old Charles Taylor assaulted the woman while walking along the Gwynns Falls Trail. Police say they have recently upped patrols in that area. They say they're also monitoring illegal dumping in the area after several complaints in recent weeks. Trending number four, Mayor Brandon Scott is endorsing Prince George's County Executive Angela Also Brooks in her bid for U.S. Senate. However, she did not return the favor and has not endorsed Mayor Scott's reelection campaign. Also, Brooks says she hopes to receive an endorsement from mayoral candidate Sheila Dixon as well. Trending number five, I braved the dunk take in the cold, but it was all for a good cause. Yeah, that water was cold. I was dressed as Elf on the Shelf. I took a plunge for an event raising money for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Carroll County. We want to see how you're celebrating the holiday season. I hear you laughing, Mark. Scan the QR code on your screen, and that will take you to Fox Baltimore/chime in. There you can upload your pictures and videos. It's powered by Stackla. Well, still ahead, a 3-year cruise promising passengers a trip around the world is now canceled. Why it's been canceled and how it's left some travelers homeless. Is Red Lobster's endless shrimp deal about to end? Coming up, how the deal is putting the company underwater and the changes they're now having to make. But first, France is expanding its public smoking ban. The new areas it is now illegal to light up.
And we're dealing with cold temperatures for many of us, 5 to 10 degrees lower than we were this time yesterday. I'll let you know what to expect for the afternoon and when we finally warm back up in my Weather Authority forecast.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:10 and taking a look at your social stream. France is banning smoking at public parks and beaches. The country's health minister announced the new measures, which also ban smoking in public forests and other places like public spaces near schools. The minister did not give an exact timeline, but suggested that people could face fines as early as next year. The move is part of an effort to prevent some 75,000 tobacco-related deaths per year there. One person saying, commendable initiative. Another saying it's just going to make people want it more. Well, billionaire Mark Cuban is working on a deal to sell a majority stake in his NBA team, the Dallas Mavericks. According to the Associated Press, Cuban is going to sell the majority stake to the family that runs the Las Vegas Sands Casino Company. The agreement would be in the range of about $3.5 billion. Cuban would reportedly retain control of the Mavericks basketball operations in the deal. And so you've got one person saying he sold the team and still controls it. Sounds like a W to me. Another one saying, certainly didn't have this on my bingo card today. Well, Red Lobster's endless shrimp deal is costing the company big bucks. The company says the $20 all-you-can-eat shrimp is partly to blame for its $11 million operating loss last quarter. To prevent future losses, the chain is raising the price from $20 to $25. Or how about you end it if you're that much in debt over it? It makes sense. Chrissy says people love shrimp. Another one, Billy Fish, says the idea of it is disgusting, encouraging overeating and exploitation of a finite supply of seafood. Well, still ahead, never forget your ID again. Coming up, the new palm scanning tech that Amazon is rolling out. But first, could we see another extension of the truce between Israel and Hamas? The talks currently underway, and the new aid the U.S. is sending overseas. And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo, then at 1 is Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:12 now on Fox 45 News. It's 11:14 and we're back with a live look over at Towson. Things slowly warming up a bit, but it is downright cold this morning. The coldest morning we've actually seen since February. Now, due to the cold, Baltimore City's health commissioner is declaring a code blue extreme cold alert. It is the first one we've had this season. Now, to stay warm, remember, bundle up, drink plenty of fluids, and remember to check on those who are most vulnerable, like children and the elderly. And if it's too cold for you to be outside, it's also too cold for your pet. Remember to bring them indoors. We are following the very latest on the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. According to the Associated Press, CIA Director William Burns and a top Israeli official were in Qatar Tuesday to discuss extending the truce. Today is the final scheduled day of the ceasefire, One more hostage swap is planned for today, and then the truce is set to end. More than 54,000 pounds of supplies from the U.S. is on its way to Gaza. A Pentagon spokesman says the aid was delivered to Egypt on Tuesday, and it will be transported on the ground into Gaza. Reuters says the shipments contain medical supplies, warm clothing, food, and nutrition assistance for people in Gaza.
Additional flights are expected in the coming days, and this aid is in addition to the more than 500,000 pounds of food assistance delivered by the United States last week.
The United Nations agencies in Gaza will be in charge of distributing the aid. Making headlines ahead of an expulsion vote that could come as soon as this week, New York Congressman George Santos is claiming he doesn't care. Democratic Congressman Robert Garcia of California is bringing legislation back to the floor that would force an expulsion vote. Republicans successfully delayed Garcia's initial effort to do this in February, pending an investigation. But after a scathing ethics committee report found the New York Republican tried to exploit every aspect of his candidacy for personal financial gain, so Garcia says, now is the time. Santos, who denies committing any crime, says he doesn't care.
They want to send me home. If they think this was a fair process, if they think this is how it should be done, and if they're confident that this is a constitutional way of doing it, God bless their hearts.
Two-thirds of the House would have to support the measure, which Garcia thinks is easily within reach. Santos would be just the sixth member of the House ever to be expelled, and he would be the first Republican. President Biden's son Hunter is agreeing to testify before a House Oversight Committee, but Republicans are rejecting the idea, saying they don't want the president's son testimony to be public. Oversight Committee Chair James Comer rejected Hunter's request, arguing that he's trying to play by his own rules. But Democrats say it's because Republicans fear a public hearing will make clear that they don't have any evidence that President Biden committed any wrongdoing. In a statement, Maryland Congressman Jamie Raskin called the GOP move a, quote, epic humiliation. Coming up on Fox 45 News at 4, a step toward transparency in the BGE conduit deal. Why one councilman says the decision to make a memo public is key to holding city leaders accountable. Then at 5, a child arrested repeatedly for car thefts over the summer is now charged with a brutal attack in Butchers Hill. We're pressing leaders on what's being done to stop repeat youth offenders. And at 6, the victim of a violent carjacking talks with Fox 45. Her calls for an end to the crime crisis in Baltimore. 11:18 and now to today's talking point. Amazon is rolling out its palm scanning technology to the business world. The company says its one enterprise solution could replace badges and pins, and said there would be biometric matching using palm and vein imagery technology. Employees just have to hover their hand over the Amazon One enrollment device to access a physical location. The technology could also be connected to computers or other systems to authenticate users. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. Nah.
Cue the conspiracy theory mark of the beast.
I hadn't even gone that far with it. In my mind, I just don't like. I don't do the eye recognition.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's coming, and you wonder if you can. I was talking to someone today. We're talking about people don't talk about it, but the technology now. You know, a lot of these areas that have the cameras, they have facial recognition. So on one hand, you can make you feel safer, but all the people who are concerned about privacy are like, huh? And this is just one of those other cases. So we'll see. I don't know if we can stop the machine, though.
What do you think we'll get to a point where employers will require that is how? So we use our passes to get in and out of the building. Could there come a time where our employers say you have to?
Yeah. You didn't get the memo Thursday? No,
I did not.
I'm playing.
I conveniently deleted that one. All right, Mark, thank you. It's time now for your wild and wonderful weather. We've got meteorologist Jasmine Lomax, and it was a bitterly cold start to the day here.
Oh, yeah, Patrice, it was very, very bitter. Temperatures were in the 20s, but it's the wind chills that we're also talking about. Those numbers very low. They were in the teens. Now we're starting to see our temperatures gradually start to get a little bit higher, but it's a slow rise. Right now, temperatures over Baltimore at 35 with mostly cloudy skies. That cloud coverage not helping much in those temperatures rising, but not too breezy. Winds are out of the west-southwest around 9 miles per hour. Across the state, we're seeing the 20s and the 30s. We're now starting to see those numbers rise above freezing. However, when we factor in those winds, it feels like the 20s and the low 30s for most of the state. We even have a couple spots in the teens over in western Maryland, some of the lowest temperatures and wind chills. This afternoon, not much of a warm-up. Temperatures only reached the low 40s. That is over 10 degrees below average for this time of year, but we'll return to that higher pattern, getting a little closer to average tomorrow. On the future scan, we'll stay nice and dry today with more sunshine by the afternoon. Temperatures only in the 40s. Then tomorrow, we start with plenty of sunshine. We'll have a few more clouds for the afternoon, but notice the difference in temperatures. We're now looking at the low to mid 50s, and that's closer to where we typically are during this time of year. Then we're looking at a dry start to Friday, but the next weather maker follows, and that will lead to the chance for showers as we head into the afternoon. The showers will start to taper into the night and will stay mostly dry on Saturday. However, on Sunday, another chance for rain, followed by more rain on Monday. So much needed rain across the state later this weekend. 42 today, then 54, 12-degree warm up tomorrow. 54 with rain on Friday, then the upper 50s on Saturday and Sunday. We'll stay in the 50s for the upcoming week. Back to you.
All right, Jasmine, thank you. Still ahead, paying more for the same thing. We'll look at just how much fast food prices have jumped in the past year. And would you give up meat to save the planet? Coming up, why the UN is about to ask Americans to limit their meat consumption. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. $11:25. Don't miss this. The United Nations wants Americans to limit their meat consumption. The upcoming recommendation is reportedly in an effort to lower greenhouse gas emissions. It's estimated emissions from farming make up a third of greenhouse gas emissions, and 40% of methane. The UN's Food and Agriculture Organization is planning to call on the West to cut down its meat consumption, saying Americans are among the worst who overconsume meat. Whether you're eating meat or not, Americans are spending more on fast food. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, fast food prices rose 6.2% in the month of October compared to last year. Chains like Chipotle and McDonald's have been slowly raising prices since 2021, and Starbucks has yet to cross out any future price hikes. Don't forget, you can catch The Masked Singer tonight. The singers are celebrating the disco era. There's even a special performance by the Tramps. Be sure to watch as Group A returns for the final competition. You can watch The Masked Singer tonight at 8 right here on Fox 45. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Patrice, I'm so glad you survived the dunking booth. Talk about red flags. A woman says her husband straight up refuses to wear his wedding ring. What? We'll get into it next on Be More Lifestyle.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with pro wrestler Dick Dynamo and meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. Good morning, everybody.
What's up?
Let me tell you right now, a 3-year cruise promising passengers a trip around the world is now leaving them high and dry. The cruise was supposed to set sail tomorrow, but now it's been canceled. Many say they're now without housing since many had sold their homes or rented them out, assuming they'd be at sea for the next 3 years.
Oh, Lord.
Dick Dynamo, what your thoughts?
I have no remorse because
what?
Look. You gotta imagine they're rich, they're stacked, they're loaded. 3 years. You can do anything that 3 years. I became a trivia host with my 3 years. I've heard a lot of people.
In 3 years.
In 3 years, yeah. I've reinvented myself in 3 years.
Fine, Dick Dino, enough about you.
I was
Lady
like,
T.
That's a little extreme.
Any heart? I know. Do you have a heart for these poor people?
They just wanted endless drinks for 3 years. That's all they wanted.
Right.
That's all they wanted. Honestly, this is devastating and sad because all their life savings and all that AARP money and all that Social Security check went towards that, and now it's gone.
I hate to be the husband that had this idea.
You know what I mean?
What?
3
You say
years.
what? So, Jazz, what would you do? 3 years you had it all planned out. Now, today you find out it's not happening tomorrow.
First of all, who's going on a cruise for 3 years? That's question number one.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, if you have a family emergency, that's all I think about. You're kind of just stuck.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
In the ocean.
It's like basically being in the Navy, right? Like for 3 years.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm unlike all you guys.
The Navy for 3 years.
I feel sorry for these criminals who are obviously running from the law. Now they got another plan. Okay, a wife is asking for advice, okay? Saying her husband refuses to wear his wedding ring. She says he wears other jewelry, but never his wedding band. She says whenever he's pointed it out to him, he claims he can't wear it because of his job, but she says he doesn't work construction or anything like that. It's an office job. Is it a red flag?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Lady T, you go first this time.
Yes, it is a red
be
flag.
crazy, I know.
Yes, it's a red flag for sure. Honestly, if he likes living, I think that he should put that ring on. Because Beyonce did a whole song about putting a ring on, and all of a sudden you think you're above it? Like, no.
Big Dynamo.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second.
Oh, we know you're going to do that.
Let me play devil's advocate. Maybe the ring doesn't look cool enough. Maybe she should have gotten him a better ring.
Okay.
So he thinks he's Lord of the Rings now?
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Gondor. Thank you very much. Get out of here.
That's ridiculous. Clearly, he doesn't want people to know he's married.
That's
and
exactly what it
that's
is.
red flag number one.
He needs to send his checks to Dick Dynamo.
He probably has an OkCupid account. He probably has a few dating accounts.
What's wrong with
OkCupid? Nothing,
No,
unless you got the subscription.
No, I'm not paying for nothing.
Exactly.
No.
Lost my wedding ring a couple times.
Oh.
You do not want to go in that
And
box.
now you have it on, but you have it on today,
Of course,
though.
forever.
A loyal man.
Well,
He knows what he's doing,
We want you to tell it. Is it a red flag? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, you'll see what everybody thinks. Now, Christmas is right around the corner, but not many Gen Zers will be going home for the holidays this year. What? A recent poll found 32% of people 18 to 26 say they can't afford to go home, and most are saying it's because of their student loan debt. The survey showed after student loans resumed last month, 1 in 4 borrowers say their payments are making holidays unaffordable.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting. Okay, so no, we're not gonna start with you.
No,
What? Come on.
He was like itching.
Jazz.
I mean, it's sad, but I'm not surprised.
Wow, not coming home.
It's expensive. It is so expensive. You gotta buy the gifts, you gotta buy the plane ticket or the train ticket.
Right.
It's so
Well,
expensive.
Lady T.
No, I'm Skippy. Go to Dick.
Oh, okay. I am a Gen Zer. 1998.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
December. 1998, December 4th, right?
Okay.
My birthday is coming up. I expect presents.
Okay.
So basically, what I say is, why not just drop out of college, become a pro wrestler, host some trivia, right?
Okay.
That
Why not?
is-
Something.
that
If he
is
says that
horrific.
trivia one more time,
If
we're
he
gonna
says
talk about
trivia
it.
one more time.
Lady T, are you shocked by this?
No, Gen Z don't want to go nowhere. They
Yeah.
can't go home, nothing.
Well.
Honestly, and I wouldn't want to go either because, listen, they are on us. Sally Mae, Navy at Advantage. And I keep trying to tell them, I don't got it. I don't
Our
have it.
kids can
I don't
always
got
come
it.
home. Come on, mom and dad can always take free to come home.
Yes.
Okay, so Dick, speaking of your trivia, what are you doing with the trivia?
So I host at Peabody Heights Brewery. I've been doing that for like 2 years now. Y'all are all invited tonight, Wednesday, 6 o'clock.
Is it free drinks?
Well, I get free.
No,
drinks.
never mind. No one's going.
I will buy you a drink.
No one's
I'll buy
going
you a
to
drink.
support.
How about that?
And I'll buy you a
Big
drink.
Dynamo
I'll buy
did
you a
his first
drink.
appearance on the show. Did a great
He got
job.
money.
Lady T.
You can bring him back. He got money. I like like
still
that.
ahead. There's nothing more important than your child's education. Coming up, we'll tell you about an upcoming open house in one of Baltimore's premier independent schools. And the busiest travel time of the year is now. Coming up, the new luggage that will help you keep your things organized this busy holiday travel season.
Flued out. Yes.
That's right. Stick around.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
You know, the busiest travel time of the year is here. Before you head on your holiday adventures, you might want to you might hear what Julie Run has to say about this whole luggage piece. Check this out.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
You know, it seems like everyone is trying to travel more these days, and the right luggage can make it so much smoother since everyone's luggage looks the same. My luggage, oh, it got taken by someone else at the airport. Well, with Mirage, I will not have to worry about that anymore because these bags are so unique looking. These bags are quality with a built-in lock, so you can always feel secure. They're also nesting, so they're super easy to store, even if you have like a small space. You can choose a pattern to stand out like these, and if you like more simple colors, they have that too. And you don't need to worry about not being able to bring everything you need. Mirage is spacious and it's durable, really strong zipper right here. If your bag is full, which mine always is, don't worry about it. I also love that it's on 4 wheels. Look at this. You can roll it around. You don't have to worry about dragging that 2-wheel bag through the airport. And now it's so easy to navigate. I just love this. And it's great for anyone in your life. Everybody needs quality luggage. And right now we're offering 53% off on Mirage luggage. This full 3-piece set right here, less than $190. So I want you to head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer. You don't want to miss out.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by St. John's Parish Day School.
We're here at St. John's Parish Day School with Lori Dimble to talk about an upcoming open house opportunity. Lori, what sets St. John's apart from other independent schools in the area?
Thank you, Mark. What a great question. There are so many things that set us apart. We are a premier academic preschool through grade 5. We're a small school, 325 strong, and we concentrate on the most important part of a child's education, their formative years, experiencing their world for the first time in a safe, wonderful, nurturing environment.
So, Lori, how does being an Episcopal school impact the curriculum and overall atmosphere here at the school?
We begin with chapel for our early childhood students, and we end with lower school students, resting from the end of their day, gathering together as a group, and letting them know that they are loved, they are a child of God, and they are here to work together always.
I love this. Can you talk to us about the importance of small class sizes?
Nothing is more important to your child than a small class size. Our class sizes range from 14 to 18 on average, and your child is not going to be bored just sitting still and wondering when they're finished and what can I do next. A teacher is right there giving them something to do next. It's time for them to get a little extra help, a little extra one-on-one attention from the teacher. In our early childhood division, we have intentionally small classes with 2 teachers per class. It's very valuable.
So Lori, tell us about the daily specials and the transitional classes.
We have a wonderful plan for the children throughout the day. We want them all over this campus. It's a beautiful, big, sprawling campus. So we have intentional things happening throughout the day where they're all having Spanish from the age of 3 through grade 5. They all have STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math class. They begin learning coding in that class at the age of 4. We have our music class. They all have music twice a week. It's very much immersed into our program.
And what's the importance of the local and global outreach?
It is our mission to educate the whole child to excellence, but it's also to make them a citizen of the world. Right now we have a food drive. We have a clothing drive for coats for the winter. We also will be walking for Mumanyu in Kenya. We have a sister school there. The children need to know that there are people in need all over the world, locally and globally.
I know it's important that your school is accessible for families and people in the community. Talk to us about that.
As a church community, on the weekends we have 3 services, but we also rent out one of our buildings to Peabody. We want the Peabody Institute here teaching lessons. We have soccer shots happening on our field, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts. We want the children to be in our community all over at all times. We are pretty centrally located here in Ellicott City, and we want to be a community school.
So Lori, when is the upcoming open house and where can our viewers get more information?
Wonderful. Our upcoming open house is November 30th from 5 to 7, and they can always go on our website, St. John's PDS for parishdayschool.org.
I love it. Thanks so much for this great information.
Thank you, Mark.
Still ahead, finding the perfect gift can be stressful, but it doesn't have to. Coming up, gift ideas for those who are tech obsessed. And you don't have to spend a fortune to find great gifts. Coming up, some of the best deals you'll find this holiday shopping season. Stick around.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by 23andMe, BedSure, Big Lots, Duluth Trading Co., and Outright Games.
U.S. online holiday spending is expected to surge to more than $220 billion this year. Lifestyle expert Bethany Braun-Silver is here with her family gift guide to help us navigate the holiday hustle and bustle. Bethany, great seeing you. Now, shopping season is upon us. Where do we get started?
Well, everybody loves a deal, and Big Lots really makes it easy to get the best deals for your family this holiday season because they offer extreme bargains on gifts for everyone on your holiday shopping list. I absolutely love this cozy Broyhill reversible knit throw. It's a dupe for the popular Barefoot Dreams blanket that is all the rage. And check out this unique gift. This popcorn maker is perfect for a movie night in, and you'll also find top toy brands and save on gifts for all the kiddos in your life.
What do you have for our gamers? Now, you got to have the gamers.
Absolutely. Bluey the Video Game and Paw Patrol World are two recently released kids video games available now on all consoles and PC. In Bluey the Video Game, it faithfully recreates iconic locations from the show with up to 4 players in couch co-op. And everyone's favorite pups have returned in the open world adventure game Paw Patrol World. You can explore Adventure Bay and beyond with up to 2 players in couch co-op.
You know, the holidays are all about being warm and cozy, but also we want to be stylish. What do you have for us stylish people?
Well, BedSure is one of my favorites. It's a budget-friendly and stylish brand. You can find your cozy this holiday season with BedSure's wearable blanket hoodies. They come in Sherpa, Shaggy Sherpa, and a feathered yarn poncho. These hooded blankets keep you and your family snugly and warm. The super soft BedSure wearable blanket hoodie is available at BedSure store on Amazon, and it's 20% off for Black Friday. And I'm a mom and a New York woman, so I like to be a little stylish, and Duluth Trading has flannel for the whole family. The brand's free swing-in flannel is 100% cotton that's double brushed for superior softness and comfort. And they call it free swing-in for a reason too, due to its reach gussets at the underarms and the deep shoulder pleats that allow you to stretch, reach, move, and swing without any restriction.
And that's the real deal. Now, what about your unique gifting ideas? I know you have them.
Of course. How about health and happiness? Now, you probably know 23andMe for its DNA test that reveals where in the world your ancestors come from. But what you might not know is that it has provided health reports for years. They're the only company that offers direct-to-consumer health reports authorized by the FDA. 23andMe provides personalized and actionable genetic insights on health conditions such as type 2 diabetes, celiac disease, high cholesterol, and many more.
And Bethany, finally, where can we go for all these great ideas?
Well, you can check out all these holiday gift ideas at my website, BethanyBraun.com.
Awesome. Great seeing you. Have a great holiday.
You too.
Take care. Time now for your best weather in America with meteorologist Jasmine Lomax.
Thanks, Mark. We are heading down to the Big Easy. A beautiful morning in New Orleans. A stunning sunrise over, it looks like Canal Street. Very nice photo there, but even with the bright, fiery skies, still cold. Much of the country dealing with those cold temperatures. So it's not just us. In fact, many parts of the South were looking at freeze and frost advisories. Of course, we had those bitter temperatures. Now, though, we are starting to see the numbers rise. 35 currently with mostly cloudy skies and winds out of the west-southwest around 9 miles per hour. Around the rest of the state, many areas now starting to see those numbers slightly above freezing. However, our warm-up is going to be a slow one. We are looking at wind chills much lower than actual temperatures. For many of us, even though we're seeing temperatures in the 30s, it feels like it's below freezing across almost the entire state. That wind chill will be a factor throughout the afternoon. Temperatures will gradually rise to the upper 30s and the low 40s, keeping us over 10 degrees below average for this time of year. That's going to lead into another chilly night, but tomorrow temperatures will be closer to average, and that means a return to the 50s. On the future scan, notice plenty of sunshine for the afternoon. Then overnight, we'll have those cold temperatures waking up to nice and dry conditions for the morning. We'll have more clouds for the afternoon. However, temperatures will be higher. We're talking the 50s. Then as we make our way into Friday, a dry but cloudy start to the day. This changes as we head into the afternoon. The next weather maker will arrive, leading to the chance for showers off and on throughout the afternoon and evening. Rain will gradually taper overnight. We'll start Saturday with dry weather. However, we have another chance for showers on Sunday and again on Monday. Tuesday will be nice and dry. Today, our temperatures rise to 42. Then tomorrow, we're looking at highs around 54 for a 12-degree warm-up. 54 with rain on Friday, 58 on Saturday and Sunday, 57 on Monday, and we stay mild for the upcoming week with temperatures in the low to mid 50s. Back to you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by HP Sprocket, Amazon, Sega of America Inc., PayPal, and Mattel.
Are you looking for gifts for a tech-obsessed loved one? Digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong is here to help you tech the halls with this holiday season. Mario is out there with great stuff. What you got, man?
Oh, man, I got the Christmas sweater. Come on, Mark. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know, I got the Christmas sweater
nice.
going on, you know. Just a little bit of action there.
Got that drip going on, the Christmas drip.
Just a little bit of Christmas drip. I partnered up with some great brands, man, to really help people out with some great gift ideas on what's hot this season and a couple of things that are trending.
Let's see what you got, man. Let's start with the whole family.
All right, I'll run through it. So first and foremost, we got the HP Sprocket Studio Plus. This is a photo printer that's perfect for the whole family. You don't have to go to the store anymore. You can just print high quality 4x6 glossy photos right from your smartphone in minutes. It's a perfect gift idea. And with the free app, you can edit the pictures, decorate them, personalize them, even create photo cards, frames, and more. And they're smudge proof. And they are on tear-resistant paper. And it's also really easy to take with you on the go. So you can go to a holiday party, take some pictures on your phone, connect over Bluetooth, print out the pictures on the spot. Everybody's happy. They get to leave with a memory of the moment, which is cool. Next up, I would say for families with kids, check out the new stuff from Amazon, the Fire HD 10 Kids tablet and the Fire HD 10 Kids Pro. These are great for ages 3 to 12. They feature a beautiful HD display, parental controls, battery life up to 13 hours, and both tablets come with 1 year of Amazon Kids Plus, which gives you access to thousands of ad-free videos, books, educational content, and games, and even play together games where kids can invite parents and grown-ups to play together with them, which is awesome. Speaking of playing, Sonic Superstars, the hot trending video game. This is out. This is what the kids want. Speed through new terrain together as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or Amy to stop the evil Dr. Eggman. It's got great 3D graphics, and 4 players can play it once now, which is awesome. You can do this on Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PC, and PlayStation. So that's getting some of it. Are we doing so far so good, Mark? Where
That's
we at?
good, man. How do we shop smarter this year?
Oh, by saving money, man, and reducing stress. So 2 things. 1, shop with a purpose. Don't just shop for shopping's sake, and don't go into debt, people. Use PayPal to really maximize getting rewards and cash back. I shop using PayPal throughout the year, but it goes a little bit more when it's during the holidays. You can buy beauty items, fashion, clothing, hottest tech toys, and even earn more rewards by installing PayPal Honey. Now, PayPal Honey is something you install on your desktop. I have it on my laptop, and it will automatically search for coupons, and it will apply them at the checkout, no matter what shop I'm shopping at. So I would do that. And then I would say, lastly, for the little ones, Bat Wheels, the Launch and Race Bat Cave. This is a hot trend for the preschool age kids, and the Batmobile remote control car. Both of these are a lot of fun from Mattel. They make noise. They're a lot of fun to play with. They got cool lights and sounds and phrases. And that Batmobile, it's got that turbo action. Every kid's going to feel like they're a Cape Crusader once they hit that turbo button.
As we wrap things up, man, where do we go for more information?
Just hit up our website, inthenews.tv, or hit me up on Instagram, @MarioArmstrong.
Always great seeing you, man. Still ahead,
All right.
Should she be concerned? A woman says her husband refuses to wear his wedding ring. We'll find out what you're saying about it coming up. Wife is asking for advice, saying her husband refuses to wear his wedding ring. She says he wears other jewelry, but never his wedding band. She says whenever she's pointed it out, he claims he can't wear it because of his job. But she says he doesn't work construction or anything like that. It's an office job. We wanted you to tell it, is this a red flag? Right now, 73% of you saying, yeah, it's a red flag, girl. Yes, okay? Great show lined up for tomorrow, talking about all things tech. Coming up on tomorrow's show, the smartest smart gifts for smart homes. We'll talk security systems and laptops.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
Bundle up out there because it's cold, all right? Stay warm. Now, thanks for inviting us to your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all our social media platforms. Have a great one. Stay warm, and we'll see you tomorrow.